you think about these boys?
I mean, I I appreciate what the Russos are doing because they have turned these Avengers movies into, what's the word I want to use?
Legacy?
Not legacy. They've turned it into a pop culture event, right? Because
Yeah,
the
they go
last two
bring people out.
Avengers films that they worked on was a culmination of 10 years of Marvel MCU movies.
They
And
cleaned up a
so
lot of stuff.
they cleaned up a lot of stuff. They brought characters together that you would never have thought that were going to interact with each other. Like you got Thor with the Guardians, you got Spider-Man with Doctor Strange, you got
Mhm.
all of these people coming together and
Well, they didn't do that. Taika Waititi did that. Thor with Doctor Strange
well,
because
I
that was in
mean,
Ragnarok.
because you
I
know
gotta
that
give him props. He did do
it
that.
was it was in the post-credit scene, right? So a lot of times like when the Guardians have a part in Avengers, James Gunn had some say in what happened in their scenes. So with that,
That's if we're to believe what happened behind the scenes because I
I mean,
heard
do we
James
have
Gunn
any?
said he didn't. He said he didn't want to put Adam Warlock in Guardians because he was struggling to how to make them fit. But see,
No,
next
I'm
thing
not
you
saying that
know,
he has full creative control, but I'm saying he has some say because I know like because I was in no, it was
Guardians three.
in Infinity War where
Okay,
Quill got his helmet broken, right? Or his mask broken, right? Or was that in Guardians that he got it broken?
he got it broken in Infinity War, but it was not in Guardians three, where everybody was like, but it
Like
was
where
in
is
Guardians three,
right.
but it was in the drawer.
Yeah.
Versus, which is really weird because he always has
He
it
always
here.
has it. And the reason
And
why they had to go about it that way is because James Gunn didn't agree with it being broken in Infinity War. And so that kind of just messed up his whole like idea. So they had to like write around that.
why you
But
can't just have it's clearly text. You could
right,
go
why can't just have
somewhere
another
and
one?
get
Just
another
have
one. Who says that's
Rocket
the
build him
only
another one. Rocket could
change
build
the
fucking
eye
anything.
color? Let them be the new
Yeah,
upgrade.
make
What's
it
the
like a
problem?
different color or something because that one was like gray and gold. Make it like a little like a maroonish something. Just something to make it look different. Make it a little
Captain Marvel
green
had
in
a
honor of
face
Gamora and
mask.
stuff.
Captain Marvel had a face mask underneath the water. Then she could fly in space without it. Make it make sense. But she had two different helmets. She
Yeah,
had a Mohawk helmet, and she had the other. Like you can have fun with it. It's comics.
yeah. So I don't know, but I know that they still have
You
some say in what their characters do when they have these ensemble movies. So I don't know if the Russos had a say in how that post credit scene played out. But I mean,
Which
even if
post credit scene are you referring
the
to?
one
Maybe I'm
where
confusing them.
the one where Thor hit the Guardian's windshield at the end of Ragnarok.
Okay, okay. I was thinking about the Doctor Strange, Thor cameo where Taika Waititi had him go to.
No, 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 no. Because
Okay,
no, not that. I know that was
I
all.
got
That's
you.
that's all Taika because that was Taika's movie. Um,
Yeah.
but no, it's just they like I said, Infinity War and Endgame was a culmination of 10 years of MCU movies. And as much as people are saying, some people are saying, not everybody, but as much as some people are saying that the MCU is washed, they are, there's the superhero fatigue, it's just too
Time
much,
ran out.
too much to keep up with, all this other kind of stuff. You still have, fans of the franchise and to be able to bring these universes together unlike anything that's ever been done before because you've never had a movie studio merger that included these this many characters.
You're absolutely right.
So it's interesting and it'll be interesting to see exactly how the movie pans out. I mean, I feel like even watching the movies back, after the honeymoon phase and you're done with the initial excitement and adrenaline of it, watching it back, it's like it still holds up. It's still, it's not the perfect story, but it's still
I
a
don't
really
think
good story.
I don't think it has anything to do with superhero fatigue. I think what we've done was write trash storylines and made things that didn't make sense, and we're
Hmm.
rolling around in it, and it's like, accept me for who I am. And it's like, what you guys have already shown that you can do better.
Right.
You're The reason that we got on the Marvel bandwagon is because there were a studio that looked like they were learning from their mistakes.
Hmm.
And whatever was not being done or addressed, they were listening to their fans and giving their fans kind of what they want, a little fan service. They're not afraid to sprinkle a little fan service on for you for following. But then you go off and you do some weird things that nobody understands. I understand you can tell a better story with a power set that's lower than if you came in with World Breaker Hulk. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I understand there's progression in character. You take them there. We talked about this. You take them here, you take them there, you take them here, and their life is agonizing. I'm just thinking about Bruce Banner and his timeline through the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Hmm.
The dude is a cool, chill guy. But if he flip and go, he flip and go left, he demolished cities. Like, if you think of the real world applications of that, you don't want to be that guy.
Right.
You don't want to. You don't want to destroy cities. Like
Because I mean, it's like you saw
that.
the impact that it had on him in Age of Ultron when he lost control.
Let me say something. This dude is so bad, you can't even arrest him. Like,
No,
leave him alone. Just leave. Give him what he wants. Because if he goes mad, he's gonna. Oh my God, devastate a city. Here's a question though. It's not a thing about superhero fatigue, because again, if you get granular with the characters and you tell a compelling story, they have shown that they'll come out to support that.
right.
Just like I know they'll come out to support this because we have the Russo brothers who have a track record
Hmm.
only in Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. Because
Yes,
again,
they need to
yeah,
stay right there. Don't go back
only
to
this
Netflix.
is
Don't go
this
back to
is your
Netflix.
bread and butter right
Right.
here. This is your sandbox.
And it's like I don't know why. I don't know why their other projects weren't as good.
They just really weren't, and I watched them, and this is
We
just my
reviewed
opinion.
them. We've talked
It
about them.
was not only a hit and a miss, it was a swing and a miss and a miss and a miss, and it was, what are we doing?
It was like
But
a swing and a 360 miss, just
this is
full
their
all the way around.
this is their banana pudding, their apple pie. This is their bakery. This is everything that they cut their teeth on outside of community.
Hmm.
And I wouldn't be afraid to call Dan Harmon and get some crib notes, because it's working over there, Rick and Morty. I'm just saying. Well, for right now, people are jaded. They go say all kind of things.
Right.
Point is, the question is, if this does not do well, Spider, can Marvel survive that impact? Because you're saying superhero fatigue, you're saying, superhero overload. You got the nostalgia bait in here. You got so much nostalgia bait. I can't see them doing this without having Halle Berry okay. They may not be announced. They may be a surprise. I know this is a loaded question, but you
Mm.
got nostalgia bait. You got Robert Downey Jr. in here again, greatest superhero, become now the greatest villain for at least two movies, and then he's defeated, and then you get a new Doom some kind of way.
Hmm.
If this does not work, can Marvel survive all this Blade talk? It just goes away because there's no faith in it. I mean, the only reason I'm saying this, from what I understand, Supergirl did not do the numbers that they wanted it to. And they took like a $200 million loss on that, supposedly. I
Yeah.
don't know. So I didn't review Supergirl. Girl didn't see, as in we haven't seen it yet, but there's a possibility that this could go the opposite way. I mean, we
No,
thinking it's gonna go.
no.
It's not gonna. It's a guarantee hit.
There's. I'm
It's
not
too
saying it's a.
much intrigue.
I'm not saying it's a guaranteed hit, but it's not going to fail in the way that Supergirl failed, because Supergirl failed for a very specific reason. Because
Not from
everybody,
Supergirl herself on our hill.
everybody that I saw, that I follow, that saw Supergirl and gave their thoughts on it, said that it wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't horrible. They say it was a good time. They say that Millie Alcock actually did a pretty good job. They said
Millie
that
Wop, Millie Wop.
they had critiques about it, but they didn't say it was a god awful movie. They didn't say it was trash. They didn't say, all this other kind of shit that the man babies are going around the internet and saying. It's like, oh, she
They are
looks,
man babies.
and they're the reason that it flopped. Because anytime you have, and we've seen this with the Marvels, we've seen this with Captain Marvel, even though Captain Marvel made $1 billion, they still
A
are
lot of
talking
money.
about Captain Marvel as trash. And they review bomb all these female led superhero movies, action movies, and they give it all kind of shit before it even comes out. And it contributes to the end result on how well that movie does. Now with this, you have the 20th Century Fox X-Men in the movie. You have
That's
Chris
right.
Evans coming back. You have RDJ
You
coming
do.
back.
Yes.
You
Chris
have
Hemsworth that never left.
Chris Hemsworth that never left. You have all of these
Loki that's
pieces.
never left.
Right. You have all these
Tom Hiddleston.
pieces that you're putting into the film that covers enough ground that you'll get a majority of the people to come out and support it.
So it's calculated not to fail.
It is. It is. It is calculated not to fail. It may, depending on how well or how good the movie is, I would
Yes, because
say,
them second week numbers
right,
make
the
or break.
second week numbers will determine how far it's going to go. Because opening weekend,
Mm,
everybody's going out to see it. Everybody wants to see
of
it. Everybody
course.
wants to know what's happening. Everybody wants to be a part of that initial exposure to it, especially because
You
spoiler
probably give
culture
about four
is,
weeks of that.
yeah. And with spoiler culture being as horrible as it is, the day it comes out, people are going to be leaking shit online.
Of course.
And for the people who want to avoid that, they want to see it immediately, because people like scrolling on
You
social media and they
you
don't want to have to duck and dodge spoilers for an entire weekend or for
good
an
luck.
entire week. Right. I mean, I literally just had to stay off of Twitter
Don't
today
don't
because I
don't
knew I
don't
was going to
don't.
see shit about this trail. I was like, nope, I'm just not going there. I'm just not going to
Don't
log on to
don't
it.
don't don't.
And I just stayed off of it. But yeah, I mean, it's like the reason, the fact that there's so many people that linger on every single piece of a clue, of a
Yeah,
hint, of a
yeah,
bit of
yeah. Grain.
just a snippet of
That's
information.
that's from
They're
coffee
analyzing the
shops.
shit out of it. They're creating all
Shout
these
out to the
theories.
Canadian lad.
There was I honestly, I didn't know this, but I just found this out like a few days ago, that the Fantastic Four, the movies Twitter account, every week they post, because in the movie Reed says, this is our dinner table. Every Sunday, 7
7 o'clock.
o'clock, we meet here for dinner. And so 7 p.m. Eastern, every Sunday, they post that clip. Every Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern, they post that same clip. And they've been posting it for months and months and months and months. And just this past Sunday, they changed the clip. They had that initial part of it. It's like, this is where we meet every Sunday, 7 p.m. on a dot. And then it cuts. And then it's Reed's voice, and it's like, how much time do we have? And people lost their shit. They're like, oh shit, they changed it. They changed it. They changed it. Oh, what does it mean? And it's like, you don't get that kind of fervor unless people are really excited for this thing to come out.
They played a long game on that
They
one.
played the long they've been playing the long game since it was in production. When they were like willfully releasing like set photos and blatantly saying that there's information hidden in these photos. That's how you get people to like, okay, well, what does it mean? What is the hidden
Yeah, because
information? What are they
who
showing?
doesn't love a scavenger hunt, right?
Exactly.
Who doesn't love clues and Easter eggs? And that's
Because
we have a whole culture of it.
we we need to know. We need to know the thing that they don't want us to know. We need to know the thing that they're hinting towards. It could reveal the plot of the whole damn movie. We don't care because they're hiding it. So we need to figure out exactly what it is.
I'm not. I'm dodging. I'm
I have been
Spider-Man
too.
dodging out
I after
because
we
I want to
watched that
go
first
into it
Spider-Man
with a
trailer, I was like, I'm not. I don't need to see anything else. I've been watching. I'm not watching, but I've been checking out like the clips of like Tom and Zendaya like doing their press tours and stuff like that.
congratulations.
And it's just because the stuff that they're doing is like they're playing games, they're doing trivia, just fun shit. And it's just to get their faces out there. It's not really them talking about the movie so much. So I enjoy those, but like
Yeah,
New Rock
that's how you do
Stars,
a press run.
yeah, that's how you do a press run. And
You
they're
don't
so
talk about the
good
movie.
together, right? With either the two of them or them two and Jacob Batalon. You get three of them together, it's always fun. They're always having a good time. You can tell they're like really friends in real life. And so just watching them do all of that shit, and just like you can see how much Tom has grown up. Like
Yeah,
in the interviews that he gives, and the stuff that he's been talking about, and like talking about like his journey and the things that he's done, and just his relationship with Zendaya, and how much they support each other in all the things that they do. And it's like shit like that, like you love to see it. It's awesome. And but like New Rockstars did like a breakdown of the latest TV spot that had the Hulk in it. I was like, not watching it. Not watching it at
mm.
all. Don't need to see it.
Well,
I know the
maybe
Hulk's
you'll
gonna be
feel
in it.
differently. Closer. It comes out this month at the
Yeah,
end of
comes
this
out at the
month.
end of the month. Couple of weeks, week and a half. It'll be out. Yeah. But like
It
after I
is.
see the initial trailer, I don't need to see anything else.
Some people don't feel like that.
No, a lot of people
They
don't
want
feel like that. They want to watch
they
every
they're
single thing. They
granular.
want to watch every TV spot. They want to find the international trailers. They want to do all of that shit.
Bless their heart and all they parts. Those are fans, real fans, true fans.
With a lot of time on their hands.
But a lot of times, exactly, they have that. That you have to have that to do that.
Yeah.
But but they have a big hurdle. There's a lot of plot lines and loose threads and stuff to tie up. And I think that's why people feel comfortable with them because they did not tie up every loose plot thread from the 10-year decade, but they closed up enough of them that they was able to give a satisfying conclusion to a few. And then you had the team sign off on the end. So
Right.
who's gonna be mad at that? You never seen nobody do that. No studio ever cherished the actor that much to let them sign off their card.
Well, I mean,
Again,
you notice,
synonymously making that like Iron Man is Robert Downey Jr. He signs off. He's Iron Man.
yeah,
And it's gonna be interesting to see the next person sign off when their tenured is played of the character. And will they be able to hold up their shoes compared to the old guard? You're gonna always revere them as that, and
yeah.
you're gonna.
Same thing with Wolverine. Same thing with Thor. If in 4 or 5 years they like relaunch a Thor franchise or include another actor as Thor, everybody gonna compare him to Chris Hemsworth, and I mean
Of
that's
course, this is
just
gonna
the
confuse.
it's
He's not my Thor. The
exactly,
old
and it's
Thor
just
was
a
more
reflection
sexy.
of how well that actor portray that character. And
Yeah.
it's spanned enough time to where you've had people grow up with these characters like during their formative years, and so this
Yeah.
is a part of, it's a part of their identity, it's a part of their culture, it's a part of their upbringing. So when you have somebody
Yes.
else step into those shoes, yeah, they're never going to live up to the previous person that played that character. But what can you do if you want the stories to live on? I mean, time waits for no one. Actors get older. Actors, may want to do something else. They don't want
Want to
to
do something
be
that may not want to
pigeonholed
leave their
into.
house.
They may not want
They
to leave
did
their
their
house.
It's a lot of money to make them come outside at a certain point. They're like, yeah, it's about 6 million just for me to have this conversation.
Right. Just to
What?
hop on just to hop on the call. You want me to
I'll get out
you want
my
me to look at a
bed for
script?
less
I
than
need $250,000.
it's
It's
easy.
like you just looking
I,
at the script. You don't you haven't even accepted the job yet. Like, you
I
want me to
haven't,
read it,
I
you got to
haven't.
pay.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? But that's
You get
doable.
right, you get yourself in a position to where you can make those kind of demands because they want you so bad for that character, or they want you because of the star power that you bring. You are a
That's the
high
business.
commodity.
You just got to make sure you stay hot, because
Right.
again, they'll pay you your 20, $50 million. They'll pay you 75 or 100 million if you got the draw, because they know they're gonna make more than that,
Exactly.
billions of dollars. Does this clear $1 billion? So I gotta ask in the front for who watch the. You might say something differently after. It all depends. We've done this so much. We know you can lose an audience in the trailer if you don't cut a trailer right.
Right. I I think it will. I think it will.
One or
Honestly,
two.
one for sure. I don't think it. I don't think it. I don't think it passes two, because even the last Avatar, Fire and Ash, I don't think as many people initially were as excited about another Avatar movie, because
I
I
don't
feel
disagree
like
with you.
I feel like it wasn't promoted as much as Way of the Water was. And that could just be because I wasn't looking for it. So that could be
Well,
a purely
he
personal
said he
perspective.
said in two there will be five.
No, no, no. I know that. I know that. But I'm just saying, as far as marketing for Fire and Ash, I don't know if it was marketed as much as Where the Water was. And I know that a lot of people like the visuals in Way of the Water, but after the story, it was like, yeah, the movie was bloated. It was too long. It was like, we people will go and watch a longer movie if there are
If it's
substantial
good,
things happening in the movie. But when I'm
yes.
just looking at water for 20 minutes, like, yeah, it's pretty, but can we get back to the story, please? So I think that might
No,
have
watch
turned some
this well
people
swim.
off. You're right. You're gonna watch this well swim. You're gonna watch this
Just
coral reef.
th-
But I
this
think
new
that
National
turned
Geographics.
right. I think that turned some people off of going to see Fire and Ash. But Fire and Ash still made $1 billion,
And they really literally repeated the same thing.
pretty
We still
much.
had the whales, we still had the underwater attack. The difference was we had about this much of the Fire Lady. Because when she came on screen, you seen her cutting tails, cutting your connection. You ain't never seen that.
Right.
She instantly became interested, like,
Like,
whoa,
oh shit. Like, this is
what is
somebody that
happening?
has a level of ruthlessness that we have not seen in this universe.
Ever, because this is sacred. What are you talking about? This is how we get to Oa. This is how we get to what?
Like, even the
She off
general
here
didn't do that shit.
just yanking them off, and then to find out, oh, she's only here so he can have a girlfriend. Okay, thought we were doing something with this,
And it still made $1 billion.
and it still makes. So you saying this going to easily make a bill now too?
Uh
I'd say two.
Easily.
I think the
Because the thing
fan
about it
base will take it
is,
to two
the
if it's
thing about
good.
it is the worldwide box office. That's what's going to drive it. It's never the domestic numbers, it's the worldwide numbers. If the worldwide numbers take off, it'll clear a billion easily, maybe make its way to two. If they struggle in the worldwide box office, then maybe they just get to a billion. We'll have to see
They
what
should have
opening
just
weekend
did it.
does.
They should have just did a three-parter. That's what they should have did.
You
Then
think so?
tell the most. You need room for it to breathe. If, take them on a journey. Three part. If they can get away with this, I can't see how they would. There's too many characters. It's going to feel cramped. It has to.
I mean, we
Unless you
thought,
just have your character stand there and say two words, and then you paid them that much money just to say two words. Yeah,
but I mean,
I came out.
honestly,
I'll come out my house for
we thought that Infinity
come
War
out
was going
my
to be too
house.
many characters, but they found a way to balance it.
Yeah, because you had the introduction. Everybody, first of all, was scattered, so that made sense. You only had
Oh,
Vision
you
and
don't think
Wanda.
they're
You
not going to be
had
scattered in this?
no, they have to be, and we already seen from the trailer that they were.
Yeah. So I
Ben
mean,
Grimm was in Africa. Shuri and Ubaku is in walking the ocean floor with Namor. Shang-Chi is somewhere. I don't know.
I mean, he wasn't
Everybody
even in the
doing
trailer,
something.
so
Hey, but he was on Chair Watch,
he was on Chair
which
Watch.
a lot of people that were on Chair Watch are
And
still in. Because Steve Rogers was not in Chair Watch.
no,
He's
Steve
right
Rogers
in the
wasn't.
front. Oh,
But the
Chris
thing about
Evans,
it
sorry.
is that that's another thing. You think
What's
about
that?
how long ago that announcement was, and
Yeah.
how just a video or a live
Oh,
stream,
he broke the internet.
yeah,
Yeah.
and how many people were just
Glued.
enraptured by that. That
Glued.
stream had people in a chokehold, waiting, counting down to see what the next name was going to be. And that was, fuck, it feels like 3 years ago at this point. I know it wasn't that long
That's what
ago,
I'm
but it
saying.
feels like it was forever ago. But you do something
If
like
the
that
second
again
week
today,
numbers,
you would still have this, you would still have that level of interest in
engagement.
people going
Yeah.
to see, wanting to watch it and wanting to see exactly what's happening. So the interest is there for sure. If that translates into actual dollars in the box office, we'll have to see.
I ain't scared.
I don't know. I've been
Uh,
recording this whole time. We didn't do an intro, but you already know what this is. This is All Things Super. I am one of your hosts, Spider. I'm here with Mr. VIP, Frankie Washington. We are going to react
yeah.
to the
They
trailer that just dropped
that was for
today.
the people that follow us because they know our conversation goes wherever it goes, and the intro could come in
At
at
any
the
time.
end
Yeah.
at any time. We haven't done that one in a hot minute. The
Yeah.
conversation goes. So if you're ready let me also do this for the ones who
Oh,
want it.
wait. Let me ask the question. Let me ask the question. Hold on.
Okay, okay. I was just gonna give it to him, but if you're gonna
You
set it
can't.
up, I'm
It
gonna.
has to be a lead in. You can't just say it. It has to be a response.
I was gonna give it to them just the way they wanted it, raw.
Listen, how are you doing today, sir?
I am infinitely awesome, Spider. Thank you for asking. How are you doing, sir?
Clearly, I am excited. This is something that we've been looking forward to for a long time. I
They
don't
took their
know
time with
if
it.
there was ever been this much anticipation for a trailer.
They took their time. They took their time with it. They
Yeah.
should
I
have had this.
also don't think we've gotten a movie that has announced so much before a trailer has come out.
It's a good time to be alive. Grand Theft Auto 6 go drop. Take us to a Doomsday with Doctor Doom in it. Robert Downey Jr. is back. We wanted that for so long. We wanted that more than we wanted Obama back in office. I'm just telling
Mm,
you.
mm, I don't know about that one, but
So you'd
sure.
rather have Obama back than have Robert Downey Jr. play Iron Man again?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not even gonna beat around the bush on that. Yes, but
Understood.
that's not my decision.
I understand that part too. But at least we got him back in Doctor Doom.
We got Robert Downey Jr. back as Doctor Doom, Victor Von
Kind of,
Doom. It
kind
will
of,
be
he's
interesting to see how this all connects.
kind of seeming like you kind of shaky on this. Hold on. You seem like you're not as excited to have RDJ come back and
Listen,
hit this. What's up?
I've made it well known since it was
Okay.
announced that I thought that it wasn't necessarily a great idea to bring RDJ back as Doom. It
Wow.
is 100% a money grab, but I respect it. I
Wow.
respect it. RDJ is a great
I think
actor. RDJ
I
is a
think it's gonna
phenomenal
clear.
actor. I feel like it would have given Doom more longevity if they allowed another actor to play it. And like we were talking about earlier, it's pretty much going to be RDJ in Doomsday and Secret Wars. And then by incursion or however, we're going to get a different actor as Doctor Doom moving forward. And
More than likely.
I feel like it would have been just as impactful if you'd had another actor play it. And for
But this is the
the
multiverse.
no, I understand that. But how big of a threat would it make Doom look if he could survive those incursions? Like he is
Maybe it
the one true
does.
Doom. Like he traverses the multiverse.
Maybe a version of him does. A different version. Not this
Yeah, but
version.
then
Not
you
the
have
RDJ version.
you get REJ first and you deal with him, and then now you have to change and you have to get invested in another actor playing Doom.
Well, not only that, his feats will have to outdo the feats of RDJ's.
Exactly.
And you're gonna make RDJ's feats that much more because he has to be that much more because he not only for the character himself, but it's a multiversal story, so it has to be that much more. See, I knew when we went multiverse, we are gonna have a multiversal type of villain. And
That's
speaking
what
of
Kang
villains,
was supposed to be, but
and there's no saying that he still won't be. Either they'll recast or they'll work it out with Jonathan Majors. But here's the thing: uh, they'll do what they need to do to tell the best story, and I think people are going to have to respect that because just like they took a chance on RDJ, they could take a chance on anybody they want.
yeah,
Um, and if he has enough backing to get them out the house, then they'll come and see. And his acting was never within question. We
right.
all make mistakes, and I'll just leave that as that. But at the same time, um, I think this makes $2 billion. I easily think this makes $2 billion. Like again, we were saying, there's nostalgia. It's RDJ. It's one of the biggest villains they have, and this is what I was about to tell you. They say Marvel has a problem with villains outside of
Absolutely.
Killmonger and Thanos.
Yeah.
Outside of Killmonger and Thanos, maybe Baron Zemo, you know, Kingpin. You don't really have strong villains. I mean, Vulture's strong, but you took him and put him in the Sonyverse. Like I don't know,
That was
something to do with
the
Spider-Man. I think I
biggest
don't know. I don't
crime of a character's fate that I've ever seen. I don't know what backdoor deals happened with that and what they were trying to
know.
do
Ooh,
with that.
do not look that up.
That
Do not look. Do
safe
not
search
look
all.
that up.
But
Yes. No. On.
gotta be brave. Gotta be brave.
What?
But
Ah, it's a
yeah,
spider
it's
virus.
but yeah, because you think about going all the way back to the beginning, even with the first Iron Man, Stain wasn't great. Whiplash wasn't great. The thing with the Mandarin started off great, but then with the whole bait and switch, that just kind of deflated the whole thing.
This is true.
Loki,
One of his greatest villains.
probably one of the I'll say one of the greatest villains. Some people will
That's
say,
more on Chris
you think so?
Hiddleston. than anything else. I
That's on
as
Chris
much as
and not Tom
I'm
Hiddleston.
sorry,
Okay, I was about
Tom
to say,
Hiddleston.
I was like, I know they did it, they play well off of each other, but I don't know if
That's
Hemsworth
that
elevated
is
it that much.
that is on Tom.
Yes.
And it's as much as RDJ is Iron Man, he is Loki,
Yeah.
and you can follow him on that journey. But yeah, I think if you had situations that they didn't, kill their roles,
And I mean, that's also what it comes down to, right? Because you look at Killmonger, Killmonger did not have a whole lot to do in Black Panther, right? Because they were going after Claw. Killmonger came in and kind of overturned everything.
he
But
was a mastermind.
yeah,
He
he was
put
the
it
mastermind
together.
behind it. But the majority of the movie was following T'Challa. And Killmonger didn't really
Yeah.
become an issue until he got to Wakanda. So you're talking about like the second half, the final third of the movie is when Killmonger really showed himself as a threat. But the time that Michael B. Jordan had on screen, he annihilated. He was he was the star of the show when he was on the screen. He commanded those scenes. He gave a performance that we didn't see out of a lot of villains. Like you think back to Ant-Man and how much time we got to spend with Darren Cross until he
Hmm.
became Yellow Jacket. And then you look at how much time he spent with Killmonger before he really got to Wakanda. And it's like everything he did was just very calculated, very methodical,
Hmm.
very
Hmm.
effective. And he was like, this man cannot fail. He has everything meticulously planned. And
And he willing to sacrifice everybody.
he's willing to
Sacrifice his girlfriend.
step on, step over, step through anybody that he needed to in order to get what he wanted. And had T'Challa not survived that fall, Killmonger would have
Oh
won
yeah.
easily.
Yeah. Game over. Game over, son. Game over. Game over, man.
But it's like you said, Tom Hiddleston smashed the
Did
role.
you
Michael B.
did you
Jordan
see
smashed
how
it.
did you see how they play rest in peace to the king Chadwick Boseman, how he fell, and there was so I seen somebody did online like where he fell the same way like Mufasa fell in The Lion King.
Oh no, I didn't see
Remember when
that.
Mufasa fell
Yeah, when Scar
in the
threw him
stampede?
off. Yeah.
Oh, like, that's messed up, man. Giving us the same movie, but I got you. Rest in peace to Chad. But I, I think it makes two. I think it makes two easily
Well, like you said,
if it's good.
yeah, if it's good, if it's good. And like you said, a trailer can make or break a movie. Because I'm trying to remember what trailer we watched where we
Many
were
of
like,
them. We do this.
but I remember we watched a trailer a while back where we watched him and just like, I don't know. It was like, I'm pretty sure the movie's going to be good, but this trailer just is not doing it for me. But
Yeah,
and that could be the case. I don't think that's going to be the case because I feel like with the trailers that we've gotten for these Russo brothers Avengers movies, the trailers have all been pretty good, but they've also been full of lies as well.
well,
So when we
they'll lie to
watch
your
this,
face.
we don't know exactly what's going to be in the movie. We don't know exactly what's being omitted from scenes. So there could be a lot
It's not
in
just
this.
the Russos. That's Marvel too, because
Yeah,
they
that's just
sure did have a
Marvel in
they
general.
had an Iron Man, Spider Man team up that was never in the movies. They
Yeah.
was flying together and swinging at the same time. And that scene that they had in the restaurant when the cop showed up in Spider Man,
Hmm.
also not in the movie. So they'll lie
Yeah,
to your face,
absolutely.
and want you to come and support their lie.
Because they know we will. They know we will. But
Sure will.
I
I'll be
am
there.
excited. I haven't even looked at the view count on this, but I know it's already over like however many million views. And this just came out today. So
Well, I guess, again, people that's watched us for this long, they're clearly here for us. But if now they're here for the trailer, they're probably gonna. See what our reaction is to it.
Yeah. So let's take a look at the trailer for Avengers Doomsday.
Why youngsters? Why not kids?
Because they weren't all
Something we may not be able to deter.
Old time.
Before this day is done, we shall be faced with an unthinkable decision.
Is that Doom's voice? That RDJ doing an accent?
I don't know if that's him.
I've fought with many warriors in my time.
The new Avengers Tower is done.
They were far stronger than all of us put together. And they died. They died facing enemies and threats that scared me far less than this one.
Oh shit, we got Shang-Chi back. Shang-Chi and Gambit.
Everything that they sacrificed will be for nothing if we do not stand together. Put aside your petty squabbles.
Let's go.
I presume nothing except this. If you return, you will return as brothers and sisters. Mark my words. We're going to need a miracle.
Hey, pal.
It's not possible.
Still worthy. Ooh, that theme. Ooh, that theme. It's crunchy. It's crunchy. What the fuck is Infinity doing? Months.
Well, clearly they do know how to make a trailer. So you can't beat the iconic. You can't beat the iconic Avengers theme. I know some classical, orchestras that fled. I use it when I go to the gym, so I'm familiar with it. Here's the thing: they were smart enough to let Thor be the Bruce Banner of the situation to gather everybody kind of together, and for him to say the old team was stronger and faster. Way to pep people up, though.
But I mean, think about what
I don't
he's
know how
saying.
true that is, though.
Right? Because I'm like, who is he necessarily talking about? Because he said,
how do we talk about Hulk?
They're stronger than all of us put together, and they died.
Oh,
Hulk's not dead though.
And why isn't he here? Because we're just coming from Brand New Day.
Right. Why depends on what happens in Brand New Day, I guess.
Marvel.
But you're talking about stronger than the Fantastic Four, stronger than fucking U.S. Agent who has the super soldier serum in him, stronger than
with that peak condition,
Red Guardian who has some form of the super soldier serum in him, stronger than Thor, stronger than
well, he didn't
Bucky.
Say him.
He said all of us put together.
And you said he was scared.
And he is scared. He said he's met villains who have scared him less than this one.
They gonna die. Somebody gotta die. We're gonna have to clear this herd out. There will be death in this movie. And you might as well just start the Deadpool right now because I'm thinking.
I mean, I feel like there has to be.
The X-Men are gonna go, but they go put up a hell of a fight because did you see Mystique turn into Yelena?
Yeah. I was trying to see if I could tell what that statue was of. Why is this in 720p?
Hercules?
No.
Maybe it's a god of some sort.
Yeah, maybe it's a god of some sort. Maybe it's something in Latveria, maybe. Because are we looking at
So
Sentinels?
definitely a battlefield. It may be the void. It may be the different.
Yeah, that's absolutely a Sentinel.
Yeah, you could tell the hand.
So yeah,
But
it could be the
question
void.
is, why is Doom there?
Right.
And why would Gambit be fighting Shang-Chi?
Why would Gambit be fighting Shang-Chi? Why would Mystique be fighting Yelena?
Well,
Why are
she's
the
a bad
X-Men
girl.
fighting our? But I mean, is she? Because you see Magneto and Charles in the same room, so clearly they've put their differences aside.
I think they're going to die in this moment.
Oh, I'm almost 100% certain. One of them, if not both of them.
I think that might be the only scene we get of them in a conversation about how wrong they were and how does Thor get to a different universe though.
That is so badass.
I'm not impressed by it. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
Hella did it first and she did it better. I'm expecting him to be able to stop Stormbreaker because he's doomed. Like I would have been more shocked if he didn't stop it. Like if it was closer to his chest.
But stop it in that way.
Mm,
Okay. You're a hard man to impress.
I mean, you're. This is our first time seeing him do something besides take his mask off. He's gonna have to do something, especially if you just said you're you're worried and concerned. And let me just go on record and say I'm happy that Chris Evans decided to come back
I am too.
and be Steve Rogers. Just all because it was the how they said you got to refuse the call before you go. And he refused to call hard. He was like, "No, I'm good. I don't need to do. I'm gonna do something." He did Lights Out and Lights Out like six and The Gray Man and some other straight to Hallmark movies. And so the man's been working, but
What was that movie that he did where he was like this guy trying to go after this woman, but the woman was like a spy or some shit, and so he was like pulled
yeah,
into her whole thing.
totally opposite of what he normally does. So the fact that he will come back and do this, now the big whoop whoop is he's young Steve. So how does that work? Because you came back as old Steve. And now, if this is the same timeline, how are you now, young Steve? Make it make sense, Marvel.
I mean, I'm sure they're gonna explain it some kind of way.
They made more. This has opened up more questions. This isn't. Once you get off the excitement train, the questions start to get asked. Like, why is Steve young if he came back to the timeline old? Y'all
Because the
not gonna
timelines
make it.
diverged.
How did they do? See, this is why December 18th, you're in the theaters because you're trying to figure out what's going on as a fan of the show, of the storyline, and that the Russos are telling. Because if the Avengers are there, so clearly they made up, and he gathered all the rest of the team to be there to talk about what's going. That's an attack. I don't know. I can clearly see that's an attack from Talakan.
Yeah.
Why would they
Well,
be
no, I don't think that's
attacking?
an attack. I think that's Shuri and M'Baku going to Namor to ask for his help for something, and clearly he's like, "Nah, fuck you," and they didn't agree with his no. And so all these people are like, well, y'all not leaving out of here alive. But I didn't even realize that Bucky and Ghost and all the rest of them were there too.
Yeah. It's dry. If that's the same throne room, it's dry down there. Y'all
Yeah.
will want to have all the help y'all could get. I walked here, my guy. I mean, the first time, first
The
time
first
we
time I
was
was here,
here,
I had to go
I had
underwater.
to.
I had to swim for like 45 miles to get to your throne room. Not
I
just
walked
walked.
here, my guy. Clearly, something's wrong. So you need to be trying to see what we talking about. I know you hot. You know you don't do well with the heat. That's why you sitting in the shade now, with the little power you have. Shout out to Channing Tatum because that's crazy how you was gonna play a character. Everybody wanted you to play the character. The studio kind of dropped the ball, dropped the whole movie, and then when the opportunity came back up, no disrespect to the actor, they gave it to you, but you wasn't even good on your word. Like we wanted Channing Tatum as Gambit.
Right.
And I think he was doing in interviews how much the character kind of resonated with him and everything. And it's like, why wouldn't you let him have that? You know why? Because it costs this much to get me out the bed. But he to come back after that and then kill a role because I really think he killed it as Gambit, and to see him actually now hit the big screen. So wait a
Yeah.
minute, it brings up another question. If Gambit is there, he was released from the void.
Well,
Where's Deadpool and Wolverine? Or who released them from the void?
there was a sling ring when
Was
at
this a
the
deleted
no,
scene?
this was in Deadpool and
Post credit.
Wolverine. No, no, yeah, was it? Yeah, I think it might have been post credit.
I thought it was a deleted scene. They can make it canon. Marvel can do what they want.
I'm
But I think
sure,
it was a
but no,
deleted scene.
I'm pretty sure it was in the movie because I know he was fighting and he turned around and everybody was like, "You don't see the sling ring, but there was a reflection in his eyes of the ring opening." So somebody got him out of the void. I didn't know that you could
No,
sling ring into the void, but I mean, well, I guess so because that's how they got out.
you could. I know who it was. It was Kevin. Kevin, not the one from She-Hulk. He sling ringed to it and pulled him out of there and go put him anywhere he
Oh, the
wants in that
robot Kevin.
multiverse. Yes, the robot Kevin.
We got Torres, Falcon's hanging around in his new suit.
Who's
But
next to him?
that's Ghost.
Okay. And who's next to her?
I'm not sure. Might be
Here,
Sam, maybe,
here's what I didn't understand. Believe it
or
or not,
John Walker.
the one that's standing in. I think it is John Walker, and I think that's his shield bent
His
up.
old bench shield.
Yeah, and who's standing behind Bucky is the
That's
Invisible
Sue.
Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, which we didn't even think that she was there from the first trailer.
No,
Clearly,
because
she was there the whole time. She was invisible.
and there could be more people here. They could be digitally erased. But clearly
Don't say
the
that.
incursion is like I thought that the ocean was gone, but clearly there's like something with the
Water.
gravitational pull that's pulling it away and just made this wall of water.
Uh, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but you know we spoil stuff on the show all the time. Should I
Mm-hmm.
spoil it, Spider?
I mean, you do what you want to do.
I mean, that's what we do, right? I heard. I'll say this. This was a rumor. This is a rumor that I heard that it's Doctor Strange's fault
What, the incursions?
that that the water is that way.
Oh,
From when he did it at the Battle of New Jersey, upstate New Jersey, when Thanos came. Remember the water broke through? And yeah, you're gonna have to go
oh,
back and
when he
watch.
was holding the water
He was holding
from
the water back.
washing,
Bec-
yeah,
bec-
going to the battlefield. What?
yeah, because we had to give Doctor Strange something to do because he was too powerful not to be helping with Thanos. So he was holding the water back.
And so he's holding the water back in that scene just so they can have a conversation?
No, he's holding the water back so the battle could happen. But I'm saying in this,
No, that's what
I
I'm
think that's
saying.
that.
As we see in the trailer, in that scene, he's holding the water back so they can have their meeting with Namor, or
No, I'm saying that spell is still there. Doctor Strange didn't take it down. The water's still being held back.
they weren't even anywhere near there.
He kind of was there. He was close to there. That's just a rumor.
Okay. Here you had me believing that you
That's just
had
a
some actual information.
come on. It's just a rumor. You don't have to believe rumors, Spider.
I just
It's just
definitely
a
don't
rumor.
believe that one.
Oh, stop believing
So
rumors. Okay.
here's one
What's up?
thing that we don't see, and something that we
What's up?
kind of talked about previously, as in what exactly is Doom here for, and
To conquer.
how so I'm imagining that all of this with Thor going after Doom happens prior to all of the other Avengers coming together, because why else would Thor be that afraid of Doom if he hadn't already encountered him?
Think Doom comes for Loki, and he gets Loki's. He gets the juice, and with that juice, he can definitely. But here's the thing: no matter what Doom's doing, I think he's causing incursions himself. Like there's incursions being caused, and somebody's gonna have to take the blame for that because they already actually told you the biggest threat to the multiverse is Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
So he's out there causing incursions. Even Clea said, "You cause an incursion, we're gonna fix it because I'm sick of you causing incursion. It's like leaving
And
your
we haven't
socks
seen
out.
him since. It's like,
They've
what?
been busy. Yeah, it's like leaving your socks all over the floor. You can't. You can do it a couple of times, but after a while, you're just sick of it. You got to pick them socks up. You
Okay.
clearly don't leave your socks laying around, so you
I
can't get to.
don't. I guess I can't relate
Well, you're not causing incursions.
because I
If
pick up my
if it
socks.
was if it was Legos, you would understand. If it was Legos and it was in the middle of the night and you walked on a Lego, that's an incursion. You can't just have those. They hurt.
Okay.
Trying to save the multiverse, Spider. Trying to save it.
So you heard it here first, folks. Pick up your Legos, save the
And
multiverse,
your socks. And your
and your
socks.
socks.
Somebody got to take the L for it. That's all I'm saying. Because if he's ascending to godhood, which is in Thor's realm, and Thor's scared, something had to happen before that, is basically what you're saying. So I'm saying he took Loki's juice.
But how
But
would he? If Loki was outside of time, I know Doom is powerful,
very.
but is he exist
If
out of
not, if
time
not
powerful?
the, I mean, if it's coming from a multiverse, maybe this version of him does, just like they had an Infinite Ultron who had to be put in his place.
Yeah, but that
You
was
may
after
have
he
a,
got the Infinity Stones.
yeah, but he wasn't supposed to get the Infinity Stones. But just like in the multiverse, anything can happen. Everything can happen. So they have those anomalies that happen that have to be checked. Matrix. And now we're going to have an incursion on our planet. This got to be stopped. It got to be checked. And we're going to put together a multiversal Avengers led by Thor. Uh, I mean, who else is there to lead? Steve Rogers is not there to lead.
But he's there for a reason.
Captain America is there to lead, right? Man, that would be screwed up. They kind of take that away from Anthony Mackie.
I don't think
He
they
has
will.
to be able to. He
I
has to be
seriously
able to
doubt they
say
will.
Avengers. He got to do his assemble call. Like that's the thing. It, how would they do it? It's more of a thing too. It's like say it, Sam, or nah, Steve, I got this.
It's something
They
I feel
gotta
like
let us
with
say it.
Anthony Mackie's, with his comedic timing, I can see Steve being about to say, he'd be like, no, 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 I got it. And then he
I
says it.
got it. I don't know how they'll do it, but I feel as though if
And
not,
they might not even
why
do
go
it
through?
in this one. They
Why?
might do
No,
it
they
in
have
Secret
to do
Wars.
it.
They
Oh,
might
they're
do it in
gonna
Secret
lose in
Wars.
this. They're
You
definitely gonna lose
sure?
in this.
I don't know.
Yes, because
Taking bets.
they have to establish how much of a threat he is, and they have to show that by his feats. You're not gonna lose to ants. Someone's gonna die. A lot of heroes are gonna die. We just We hope it's not our favorite ones, but that's the team. That team's Ant-Man's gone. Whatever X-Men are there is not probably not gonna make it. I'll be lucky if who's gonna survive? Fantastic Four will survive. And that's because, they're Doom and they're the Fantastic Four. Anything else outside of that, gravely injured, if not killed. It could be an incursion that killed them, and you might not even see it. Just everybody died.
I don't think everybody's gonna die because if everybody died, then there's no sense in having Secret Wars.
Okay. You got to remember though, Spider. Death is not death. There's always these. One of the things they established early in this phase, or the end of the last phase, is there are afterlife places. There's Valhalla. There's the ancestral plane. Black Panther 3 is going in the spiritual realm and setting up their ancestral plane. You have, you know, where's the Moon Knight thing he is? The Field of Dreams or something like that
Yeah.
with the hippo. Yeah, and there's places you go after death.
Yes, but
So there's very well they can all die.
none of no one that has gone to any of those places after death have come back.
Loki's come back.
He didn't go to
Oh,
Valhalla.
he faked his death. He faked his death. Yes, that's just true. He faked his death. But no, nobody comes back. You don't come back from death.
Yeah,
You
so that's what I'm
move
saying.
on from death.
Not everybody is going to die. There will be
No,
death. Yes, there will be
they
grave
they make
injuries. Yes. Well, there's
everyone
still
might
going to
die.
be everyone's not going to die.
If there's a soft reboot of the MCU, and Kevin Feige has gone on record and saying this, you can get a whole new universe at the end of the MCU. That's not 616. It could be universe something different.
It's not happening in this movie.
Oh no, not in this movie, no. That wouldn't happen to after Secret Wars. What you think? 2 billion, right? 2 billion easy.
I still am skeptical about the 2 billion.
Huh. Yeah, I might be skeptical about the 1 billion if second week numbers drop. If second week numbers drop 60, 70%, you can let that 1 billion go. But I think they're good for a couple of weeks, quite honestly.
I'm sure
Because
they will be.
everyone will not be able to see it. There's no possible way everybody can see it in the first weekend.
No. No, they'll have a at least a few weekends of good numbers. I do foresee the first weekend being record breaking. I don't know how much
Yes.
they'll do, but it'll break some kind of record.
If you're an actor, you still want to be a part of something bigger than the industry. I don't think there's a fan base genre bigger than superhero genre.
Let me ask you
We
this
can
before we
literally make a career of an actor
yeah.
if you play your cards right.
What did you think of RDJ's Latvian accent?
Are we confirming that's RDJ?
I mean, who else would it be? Let's listen to it again. Well, while it
Yeah,
starts
we're gonna
over.
have to. By the way, Infinivision is something they made up just so they could charge more money.
I am not seeing it in Infinity Vision.
You have to.
No, I
It's part
don't.
of the experience.
No, I don't.
They
I
did that
absolutely don't.
because the IMAX screens are going to be filled, and they said they're not moving it for Doom. Sounds like a
Something's
dryer.
coming. Something we may not be able to deter. Before this day is done, we shall be faced with an unthinkable decision.
Yeah, because if that's not RDJ as Doctor Doom, who else is it going to be?
It was giving Colossus, to be honest with you. I had to look at the screen twice, and it's like, why is Colossus front and center? But then they showed the face, and I was like, oh, Somebody else is doing the narration. I didn't think that was RDJ at all, to be honest with you.
I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm thinking that that's who it was.
Because he says something's coming. So who are you warning that's coming?
It's I don't think it's that he's warning. I think that's his justification as for what he's doing.
Hmm.
Iron Man wanted to put a suit of armor around the world. He
Yeah.
created the Century robots, which ultimately ended up creating Ultron.
Yes.
Doom has always been of the mind that he will do whatever he can to first and foremost protect Latveria. Secondly, if there is a threat that's going to impact the world or impact Latveria by way of it impacting the whole world, then he will do everything that he can to amass enough power to prevent it. So he can be the one to ensure that it doesn't happen. He does whatever he can in order to do that. So if Thor or anyone else is like, why are you doing this? That could be his response. Why are
What?
you
Because he's
killing why
bored?
are you killing the heroes? Why are you taking the water out of the ocean? Why are you abducting children? I don't know. Whatever it is that he's doing.
Bored. That, yeah. Hey, here's something I want to point out since we was, eyeballing this.
Mm,
There has been no time that I ever felt like, when they do, this is not a new trope. They've shown it before when you have the clone and you don't know who the clone is and you want to know who the clone is, so you ask the question so you don't shoot the wrong clone, right?
right.
I never felt like that more than I feel like that when Mystique turns into Yelena. Because that scene is so good that when they switch around, I don't know which one is Yelena. And it's like if I could see her saying shoot the clone, and I would really like hesitate because I wouldn't know who to shoot.
Well, I mean, they did that in X-Men.
Yeah, but this one looks better.
I agree, but I also think that during that fight scene, Yelena is not going to be the
This
only
fight
one.
scene.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that during this fight scene, Yelena is not going to be the only one that's jumping into that fight, and I think that she's going to be transforming into multiple people. So it's not just going to be
Potentially. I hope
just them
so.
two.
Be- Because if I had to pick which one it was, I couldn't do it. Just throwing that out there. I felt that in that
Well,
moment
I mean, that's
because it
that's
happened so
that's
fast.
that's her abilities. That's what she
I
does.
got it,
That's
but
the
I'm just
point of
saying
it.
that is frightening because I'm gonna shoot the wrong person
Well,
or
you
hit
just
the wrong person.
don't shoot anybody. Knock both of them out.
How? I need Professor Xavier, and he just got blown up with Magneto.
Did he though?
Where, where has he been if he's young? That's why you're going just to answer
In a
questions.
different universe, in a multiverse. Because
The time
clearly,
platform does not allow you to go to different multiverses. It allows you to go back in time. So
but
Loki would have had to come and get him.
if they are on a diverged timeline,
Whose ship is he on?
the Fantastic Four, I would imagine.
No. There was somebody behind Steve.
Is
There
there?
was
Oh,
some
there is
right
somebody
there.
behind Steve.
Who the was behind Steve?
There's no way to know. Maybe somebody from the Fantastic Four. I think that's White Boots.
Yeah,
No,
it
because I
does
mean, it
kind
looks
of.
like the boots are undone.
Mm.
Maybe Cyclops. Because I'm looking at like
I'm trying to
like
look at the build too.
right there, like the little yellow Y that he has on the top of his, or it could be Namor. That could be his wings on his ankles.
That could be his little feathery feet. Is
Yeah,
that what you're saying?
yeah.
that
Or it could be nobody,
would
and it's
be
just a digital stand-in, and in the movie there's actually nobody behind him. We don't know.
this is also
But
true.
not only is it young
Could have
Steve,
4 or 5 people
it's
right
young
there.
Steve with long hair and a beard. Because in the like promo, like the little promo trailers, if you want to call them trailers or whatever it is that they released earlier this year or late last year, whenever they came out,
Yes.
we
Yes.
saw a younger Steve, but he was more of Avengers 1 style Steve.
He had a low haircut,
The low
wet
haircut,
band,
clean shaven.
and now he's back like, Papa Steve.
He's back to Infinity War Steve. I am Steve Rogers.
Just so much going on that I don't know. There's a pirate ship over there. Are we gonna pay attention to the
Is that a pirate ship?
he's clear it looks like a pirate ship. He's in the void. How did he get there? Or
I
maybe
mean,
that's Latveria.
if we're talking about him being able to go into the Fantastic Four's universe and come back into the new Avengers universe or wherever Thor was, he clearly has either multiversal or multi timeline hopping abilities. So
Do we get America Chavez somewhere in this so they can she's literally the key to the multiverse. She is the key maker. She can go
she
anywhere she wants.
she can do that. That is a great question. Maybe I
Not in this, but maybe
there
in
are a
this.
number of heroes that are not in this trailer and have not even been mentioned. Like for absolutely sure, Monica Rambeau. We left off with her in the universe with the X-Men. So do we get that resolved? Do we have Miss Marvel? Do we have Captain Marvel? Do we have America Chavez? We haven't seen Doctor Strange either. But we see it looked like the Sanctum Sanctorum being exploded.
There's
In the
definitely
exact
the
same place
staircase.
where Hulk fell when he crashed down in Infinity War.
So you think that's Thor crashing there?
No. That was an explosion. That was like boom going outward.
Well,
I don't think that's anybody
light,
crashing in. I think that's just I think that's an
lightning's
incursion
unpredictable.
blowing up the Sanctum.
Yes, you know what? The Centaurium is starting to get like the X Mansion because had a
Every
blizzard
Avengers is
in
getting
there. Yeah, Hulk King's crashing through. It's
yeah.
like you need some better security.
It's
Godly.
not even the security. It's just the shit keeps happening.
And nobody's even there because I'm pretty sure Juan's at home watching, binge watching something, and Doctor Strange is stopping incursions. And Doctor Strange is not the Sorcerer Supreme.
No.
How about that? So, wonder if he'll get that title back.
If Wong dies, he
Wonder if he'll
does.
earn that title. Well, why Juan gotta die?
I'm not saying that he has to die, but if he's getting
Lot-
the title of Sorcerer Supreme back, the only way he would get it if Wong was dead. Or
Doctor Doom
you
may
think
kill him.
Wong is going to relinquish that title to him?
Would you? No. Doctor Strange is irresponsible.
I mean, he showed back up
Casting memory spells.
with a third eye.
Can't even tell nobody about that. It showed up.
Well, I mean, it popped out, then Clea came and got him. So he's wherever the hell he is.
It wasn't the same day. I tell you that.
What do you mean
You
it
were just
wasn't the same
screaming in
day?
the. It was not the same day. He was screaming in the streets, and the next thing you know,
He was
it couldn't
screaming
have
in the
been the same
streets, and
day.
that was at the same moment. It was the same instance. He was screaming in
No,
the
the way
streets. His
and then he
eye.
just got up very calmly, and just continued to walk. And
No,
then
he
she came
didn't
out of
go
nowhere.
anywhere. He was screaming in the streets. He got to the sidewalk. Clea came and got him as soon as that happened.
That did not happen that way because his clothes aren't even the same.
I'll have to go back and watch it because I'm pretty sure that
Right.
happened at the same time.
And he had an umbrella.
Did he?
This looks like it's gonna be interesting. That's all I can say about it.
I
It's
mean,
gonna be
I had no doubts that it's going to be interesting. There's no way to tell what the story is. Just that Doom is here. Doom is a threat. Thor is scared. And they look like they're trying to get as many people on their side as they can.
you son of a bitch. Amen.
That's exactly what it is. You're putting together a team. There was an idea.
Here we go.
But
What's surprising? Why isn't Nick in this? God damn.
that's somebody else that we haven't heard from. We don't know if Nick's in it or not.
Well, he's on space, in space,
Well, I
around
mean,
space.
Thor was in space with Steve Rogers, so maybe they got him off the moon. Maybe that's why he was.
Speaking of which, what do you think Torres is gonna say when he sees him?
He's
What is
gonna fanboy.
what is Cap gonna say? Anthony Mackie, Falcon, not Falcon,
Yes, Sam. I'm
Sam
sure
Wilson.
Sam
What
will
is
have
he
something
gonna
to
say
say.
when he?
Bucky will have something to say.
You think he gonna try to give him that shield? I'll try to give him that shield back immediately.
No, I
Hey,
don't think he's gonna give it back.
you drop something, dude.
You're like, you take this back. This is this shit is too
This
much.
all you. This is all you, my guy.
Like,
No,
you
I
don't
never
have to fight a
catered to you.
fucking Red Hulk. Have you ever fought a Hulk?
No, no, no fucking powers. Don't you ever come for me. All my bones was hurt.
Maybe that's not the Sanctum. Maybe that's the X Mansion.
Maybe it is the X Mansion, but it looks like somebody's hopping out instead of it getting blasted. I could maybe
Yeah,
they
that's X
decided
Mansion
to
because
blast it.
the columns are the same.
Oh, look at that detective work right there. Batman will be proud. Batman will be proud of you.
I'm interested to see because we have TVA Loki. We don't have God of Stories Loki. So I'm
Interesting. That's a good
interested to
point that
see
you
how
just.
Loki gets pulled into this. Like,
He-
and what
Well,
is Thor
since
going to say when he sees Loki? If he sees Loki, because we
he
don't know
can't
if all of
not
these
see Loki.
heroes. We know that some of them meet. We don't know if all of them meet.
At some point, they definitely will all meet.
At some
That's
point,
the
yeah,
whole combination.
but I don't know.
Well,
That'll,
if Loki's sitting on the throne outside of time and holding a multiverse together, I'm sure he can project himself to be in any of the timelines that he's touching. Magic.
yeah,
So he can be in two places at once. He can be in the timeline as a projection. He's shown that he can do that in Ragnarok, that he can project himself.
yeah.
So if, I'm pretty sure if he's touching a timeline, he can project himself into that timeline and talk to anybody. Now he might can't pick
Well,
stuff up and do stuff, but he can be a projection inside that timeline.
I
Or
mean,
maybe he can pick stuff up.
he's been doing that since Thor. Because when he projected himself into the tent where Thor was trying to get Mjolnir back.
This is also true.
So who
Very true.
knows? But December 18th,
Well, no,
December
on the
18th
18th.
is Doomsday. Uh like we said, it seems interesting. There is a lot happening. There is a lot that's going to happen. And
Some people go die.
people need to go into this knowing that everything is not going to be resolved at the end of the movie because people
No,
got so fucking bent out of shape on Across the Spider-Verse when it left off with
true.
a cliffhanger and people were pissing themselves because they were
People don't like
mad.
cliffhangers, Spider. They don't like cliffhangers.
This is not getting resolved in Doomsday. There will be
Can't see how it
questions.
would.
There will be questions. But you gotta
This trailer isn't even rated, so that's clearly there will be questions.
So for all of you out there, when you go into Doomsday, just know that it's going to leave off with an unresolved ending. They will resolve it when they get into Secret Wars. I don't know what
Maybe not then.
Marvel, maybe not even then. I don't know what Marvel has on the slate in between Doomsday and Secret Wars, but whatever does come out in between then, I don't know if it's going to be like a Ant-Man and the Wasp, where it's a movie that's happening in between the two Avengers, but it's actually taking place prior to the first Avengers. So, well, the fourth Avengers. So I don't know, but we'll see. December 18th, either that day or the weekend of. I know we will definitely be in the theaters to see Doomsday, and then we will be back here to review it and talk about everything that we were able to see. But let us know what you think in the comments about the Doomsday trailer. Are you excited to see the film? Have you been waiting
Where's
with bated breath?
Spider-Man? Where's the Hulk? You were just in the movie before this. They're in the same city.
I mean, we
Where's
we well,
Punisher?
we saw how many trailers we got for Civil War before we got Spider-Man's introduction in Civil War. So we got Hulk in the Infinity War trailer, but we only got Hulk at the beginning of Infinity War. So who knows when they'll show up? Who knows how they'll be brought in? Because I feel like it's going to be a missed opportunity if you have another Avengers movie and the Hulk's not in it. So we'll see.
You talk about man babies.
And they're already pissed about Smart Hulk. They want Savage Hulk. They want Rage Hulk. But we'll see. But let us know what you think about the trailer. If you're excited to see the movie, if you've been waiting for this trailer, and if you're satisfied with what you were able to see. But let us know. Also, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you can be notified when we have new videos that come out. If you want the audio version of the podcast, just search for All Things Super on your favorite podcast streaming platform. And if you want to reach out to us on social media, just click the link in the description below.
And leave a comment and we'll read it.
We will.
I'll read it. We'll read it. That's it. Just leave a comment and we'll read it. And do all the other stuff Spider said.
And do all that other stuff. But we are just a couple short weeks away from Spider-Man Brand New Day. We will absolutely be back for that. We may have something else coming out in between. We don't know. But if you hit the bell to be notified and you subscribe, you'll know once we have that new episode that come out.
Turn the goddamn notifications on. Turn them on. You don't want we turn them on.
But thank you all so much for all the love and support. We greatly appreciate it. We'll see you in the next one. But just remember, until then, keep being super. And pick up your socks and your Legos.
And your Legos. There you go.